What up, all my fight fans? So, this coming Saturday, we got ourselves part three. I say part three of Max Holloway taking on Dustin the Diamond Poirier for the BMF Championship belt. These guys never, ever, ever let down of a great fight. We all remember the first fight wasn't super great, wasn't super memorable, but the one that you want to look at, the one you want to check out the replay on, the one you want to look at YouTube on is the rematch, the part two, the interim lightweight championship of the world. Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway. Guys, it was not a disappointment fight. These guys left it all in the octagon, left it all in the cage. They were literally throwing haymakers after haymakers. They were trying to knock each other's heads off. And there was literally next to no wrestling in there, next to no takedowns in there, next to no jiu-jitsu in there, I didn't even see that many kicks in there. It was literally just hands, and it was a great fight. Great fight, guys. I really, really recommend you guys watching this, 100%. Now, the catch in this fight is, it turns out it's also Dustin Poirier's retirement fight. You know, this is his long overdue retirement fight. I believe he has said, like, he wants it done. He wants it done. He doesn't want to do it no more. And I don't blame him. The guy's been in wars. The guy's like Arturo Gatti in the MMA world. The guy just leaves it all in the cage. He has never been in a boring fight. We all know Max Holloway's never been in a boring fight. But look at that long list of Dustin Poirier. Look at it. You got Charles Oliveira. You got Islam Makhachev. You got Khabib. You got Conor. You got Max Holloway, you got Justin Gaethje, you got Eddie Alvarez, you got Anthony Pettis, you got Bobby Green. You got so many great fighters, so many great legends on his resume. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. I could continue talking about him. The guy just had such an amazing career, and he was definitely one of my favorite fighters. I never missed a Dustin Poirier fight, never, because you knew damn well whatever money they are charging, you were gonna buy it because you were gonna get a show. It wasn't going to be a quick knockout. It wasn't going to be a quick stoppage. It was going to be a war. And that's what we got. We got wars with Dustin Poirier. Outside of what we saw with Conor McGregor and that whole beef that transpired, yeah, that was different. But still, you always got a war with Dustin Poirier. And same thing goes for Max Holloway. Max Holloway moving up to lightweight again. We all saw what he was able to do to Justin Gaethje at UFC 300 for the BMF strap. And, he's finally up in the lightweight division outside of, from coming off from his loss against Ilia Topuria at the featherweight division. And I believe this is the division that Max Holloway should have always been at. Max Holloway is such a big, long, lanky guy, and he finally is able to fill out his frame, eat, be more in a better mood, probably be more hydrated, probably just all year around. He's a little bit older now. He's a little bit more not past his prime, but he's definitely getting towards the end of his career, because you got to look at Max Holloway. That guy has been through wars himself. You look at from the Volkanovski to Jose Aldo to Frankie Edgar to Justin Gaethje to Dustin Poirier. The guy has went through so many wars himself, and I can't see him doing it for so many years more. I really can't, but you never know. Max Holloway still wants to do it. He is still a great fighter. He has a fighter's heart, and I'm very much looking forward to this fight. But we got to break it down. We got both these guys who are really great with the stand-up. You got Dustin, who has a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. You got Max Holloway, who has really great takedown defense. But again, I don't see this going to the ground whatsoever. I would be deeply surprised if it does go to the ground. I don't see very much wrestling taking place in this match. I do not see much jiu-jitsu taking place in this match. I believe it's going to leave off where it started at the second fight of their second fight, basically, where these guys are just going to be pretty much throwing bombs at each other, 100%. But the only difference is, in that second fight, Max Holloway was, I believe, had like a 5 to 6 week training camp. He just decided, he was a champion at that time, and he decided, you know what, I'll walk around at this weight. Let me see what I can do at this weight. And we saw what happened. Dustin Poirier was just too much bigger, too much bigger, and much more bigger, much more stronger, and had much more ability to withstand punches, where Max Holloway didn't really have that time to bulk up, to get his frame right, to get the weight right, to get the hydration right. This time, I believe all that's going to transpire into this. Because only reason I'm saying that is because we've seen Justin Gaethje, where he fought Justin Gaethje, he did it the right way. He took his time. He was able to gain the weight properly. He was able to hydrate properly. He was able to train properly. He was able to do everything he needed to do to reframe himself to be a lightweight contender, and that's what he's going to do in this fight. He's going to be a lightweight contender going against Dustin Poirier, and I'm very much looking forward to it because I do believe we're going to get a much more different Max Holloway than we did get the second fight. So I do believe and feel the edge more towards Max Holloway, but do not count Dustin Poirier out because it is home field advantage. I believe this pay-per-view is taking place in New Orleans, where Dustin Poirier has fought a large part of his career, but due to the fact that he's from Louisiana. So yeah, the guy has home field advantage there, and I'm sure he does not want to lose at his home, and doesn't want to lose being the fact that this is a retirement fight. He wants to walk away a winner. He wants to walk away and retire at his house with a win, with the BMF strap. You know, great career, great goodbye. He wants to do all that, and the only way he could really do that is giving a great performance and also a win. So I do believe that Dustin Poirier could pull it off. You know, I do believe Dustin Poirier is just a little bit too much bigger than Max Holloway and hits a little bit harder than Max Holloway. And I do believe if it does go to the ground, that he has a little bit more tools underneath his belt than Max Holloway. So my mind, I feel like Max Holloway is going to get the victory in this fight. But guys, let me know, what do you think? Who is going to get the victory come UFC 318 in New Orleans? Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway, BMF Part 3. Let me know. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.